Welcome to Ray Reads, a podcast where I talk about the books I'm currently reading like I'm in a sad little one-man book club. For this episode of Ray Reads, I will be discussing Empress of 1,000 Skies by Rhoda Belleza. I have to admit that I loved this book so much more than I ever expected to. Many of the characters are intriguing, though one of my greatest pet peeves here is when a character has a beautiful or unique name, like Rhiannon or Alyosha, but the author only refers to them with simplistic nicknames, such as Rhi or Ally. I understand that it is common for people to prefer their cute little nicknames, but sometimes I wish people had a greater appreciation for full names like these. I once knew a guy whose parents named him Leviathan, but he always went by Levi. I know it's whatever makes the individual happy, but it drives me crazy. In a story, what is the point of granting a character a cool, unique name only to abandon it in favor of some basic-ass nickname? I wish that at least one of these characters had not had a nickname. Nevertheless, I intend to use their respective nicknames to refer to Rhiannon and Alyosha from now on. So, moving on. I enjoy reading about Rhi and her quest to avenge the death of her family. Rhi has a one-track mind, with revenge being the sole focus at any given time. Revenge fuels her. It is what she lives for, the only thing combating her lasting survivor's guilt. Her single-minded focus blinds her, and it shows how she is, above all else, only a teenager. Though, half of me would have liked it if Rhi had been correct about Seotra. Nobody really listens to teenagers. Each time Rhi attempts to share her suspicions about the regent, she is automatically dismissed. I would have liked to have seen one of the adults she confided in sit down and have a genuine discussion with Rhi about this. Somebody could have talked Rhi through her assumptions to help her acknowledge the flaws in her thinking. When Rhi meets the other side to her same coin, Dallin, she comes to dislike him. He is a ruthless killer, hell-bent on achieving his revenge. Rhi is horrified by how Dallin murders Seotra, even though she fantasized for years how she would slowly kill the man herself. Rhi is furious that she cannot get any answers from Seotra. Honestly, though, if Seotra really knew about the death of the royal family, wouldn't he have already done something about it? The king, Rhi's father, was like a brother to Seotra. While he did not kill the royal family, Seotra still stood accused of other crimes. If he had the faintest idea of who was the true murderer, I think Seotra would have handed down punishment. Rhi and Dallin are two sides of the same coin. They are both orphans who live only for the sake of revenge. Rhi struggles with hypocrisy as she tries to not judge Dallin. After all, Rhi killed her father figure, her mentor, her crush's father. Her bloodlust is no more righteous than Dallin's. While Dallin is numb and indifferent to murder at this point, Rhi cannot claim the moral high ground on her quest to avenge her loved ones. Dolan's character offers a glimpse into the future if Rhi loses herself to this ruthlessness. Allie's bleak future, on the other hand, isn't so hypothetical. On the run and framed for the assassination of the Empress-to-be, Allie has nothing and everything to lose. He was a Rayton TV star and soldier for the Empire. He aspired to show the public the good in Rayton and to be an example to his people. Allie is afraid of misrepresenting his race and portraying racist stereotypes. He assigns himself this burden out of love for his mother and sister. So, this is all the more tragic when he is falsely accused of murder, simply because he's one of the most well-known Raytons, thanks for his role in Revolutionary Boys. Allie's positive reputation he fought so hard to cultivate is shattered as he's used for propaganda to fuel the upcoming war with racist ideology. Racism is a major component to this story. It is a prevalent issue which hangs around every corner here. Rhi's teacher, Ty Rayana, does a poor job of concealing her bigotry. I would have appreciated it if Rhi had called Ty Rayana out. Rhi, as the Empress, must do more to combat the racism within her empire. Even Allie's co-star and best friend, Vin, makes offensive comments like Ty Rayana. Vin attempts to escape his culpability by claiming that he didn't mean it like that whenever Allie confronts him about it. Vin was not a good friend, but that didn't stop Allie from considering him as his best friend. They fought a lot, and yet there was love between them. I really wish that this book showed Vin's death and how Allie buried him. Since I did not witness these things as a reader, I am inclined to believe that Vin is still alive out there and he'll make a comeback in the sequel somehow. I mean, this certainly would not be the first time that a dead character makes a reappearance. I saw the whole Kara/Jocelyn twist coming from a mile away. My suspicions were confirmed when Rhi briefly caught a glimpse of Kara and noticed that the girl had strangely familiar eyes, and again when Kara said, "Always a way in, always a way out," to Allie, a resurfacing quote from when Josh played hide-and-seek with Rhi. It is unbelievable that Rhi almost recognized her long-dead sister, but not her alleged killer in a poor disguise. Rhi watched the show Revolutionary Boys and even stated that she preferred Allie to Vin. Yet, she completely glosses over him to note a familiar pair of eyes, which is impossible. Kara's eyes, and the rest of her features, have been changed. In this scene, Kara's eyes are still brown, not the green eyes Rhi could have recognized. I appreciate how this story studies the evil in the media and religious colonization. These things are so commonly accepted as normal in our society. The media being used for evil isn't a new concept, of course. And while religious colonization is far from new, it is much less discussed. a lot of people support religious colonization, such as missions. So, it is refreshing to have a story that reveals how problematic it truly is. On a completely different note, I find it funny how strangulation seems to be the method of choice for murder. Just why? Why are we relying on this old-fashioned method now? It is so ineffective. Ree, Allie, and Dolan all survived their stranglings. There are stunner guns, but shouldn't there be more high-tech weapons around? One of the key components of a sci-fi story is the advanced weaponry and technology. What do you use besides a droid or a stunner? Your own bare hands, apparently. A few elements could have been improved in this book. You know, the Kara/Jocelyn twist, for example. But it was a great story, and I'm interested in seeing where the sequel takes us.